Joyce, welcome back to another video. For today's video, as you read by the title, it is going to be my thoughts on Bonnie Bennett's character from The Vampire Diaries and why I think she deserved better. Before I get into this video, I just want to mention a couple things. First thing is this entire video analysis, it's all based on my opinions and my thoughts and why I believe that it could have been done better. So I'm just mentioning this because I know not everybody will agree. I just want to make sure that you guys know to be respectful in the comments if we do disagree on some stuff. The second thing I'm going to mention is I'm going to talk about a very serious subject. The subject is on racism, and if me saying that is making you uncomfortable or it's going to make you be like, say,
oh no, not again, oh she's just trying to play the race card or this,
then I'm also going to remove you and block you, honestly, because this is a subject that is very strong to me. I'm very sensitive to, and that as a Black woman, seeing a Black character on TV is very important for me to discuss about this, to educate other people as well, and for everybody to be aware that this is like super serious and should not be taken as,
oh, you're just making a big deal out of nothing,
when it's really not nothing. I just want to mention it right there. You have the right to leave the video at any point if you don't feel comfortable listening to it. That's okay, but like I said, just no disrespectful comments on that subject. We should all know why it's very serious. So if you're new to my channel, hello, my name is Joyce. I do makeup looks, reactions, reviews on TV shows, movies, plot lines, characters, and song covers. And if you stay on this channel, you will not regret one single second. But that is enough said, and without further ado, let's get on with this video. I haven't read the books, so I'm not going to be talking about Bonnie's character from the books to the show like I've done with the Riverdale characters. I'm just going to be talking about Bonnie Bennett's character in the show, not from the books. So I'm going to start with Bonnie's character on TV. Bonnie Bennett is one of Elena's friends. Elena has 3 friends, and Bonnie is one of her best friends. In the first season, Bonnie discovers her magic power. She finds out that she's a witch just like her entire family, and that she comes from a family of witches. Being a witch comes with challenge because most of her friends' associations are with vampires or are vampires, and this is something that we find out throughout the seasons of the show. She has had several love interests, but the more significant ones were Jeremy and Enzo. People did want Damon and Bonnie together. A lot of fans wanted them together, but the creators of the show wanted to keep Damon and Elena together because they had a bigger fan base. Another part of her character is that she is always willing to sacrifice herself for her own happiness, for the well-being of her friends. This is a view on Bonnie's character in The Vampire Diaries. Now I'm going to talk about why Bonnie, I think in my opinion, deserved better. One of the reasons is she was always getting killed off, mostly once in every 2 seasons, just so that her lead characters, aka Elena, would live. That's where I thought it was very problematic, because it was always, oh, we need to save Elena. Even Damon would ask her, would you do anything to save Elena, even if it means sacrificing your own life? Like, if you just saw her character for the first time, you'd be
like, oh my god, I love Bonnie, she would always sacrifice her life for Elena, and it's amazing.
But if you really think about it, because it was so repetitive throughout the seasons, now it's just like, okay, but other than that, does her character have any relevancy? Her character is just there to be a vessel, basically, for her lead characters, Elena, Stefan, Damon. If they need a cure, if they need Bonnie to use her witch powers to bring somebody back to life, or to heal somebody, or to help Elena, Bonnie, that's when her character would be relevant. And I just thought, like, why? It's really ridiculous, because other than that, Bonnie has no personal character trait. We don't really know much about her. The first thing that somebody would say about Bonnie is that, oh,
She's just there to help other people.
and I'm just like, why? Another reason is in one episode of season 3, she was given a backstory to her character. So we got to meet her family, her mom. I think it was one of her cousins, further cousin. I'm not sure, but we did see a bit of a backstory. And in that same episode, Damon comes in and kills the mom. So I made a mistake. Damon doesn't kill her, but he turns her into a vampire. Seeing that episode, the minute we see her backstory and then immediately her family, like they all die in that episode. And even further on in season 5, when Silas came in, he was one of the villains, and I think it was her dad. She had to see her own dad getting slit her throat, like being killed. It's just every single time the writers or the creators seem to give Bonnie a backstory, they just rip it all away like 3 seconds later. I'm just wondering why. I mean, it could have been beneficial to her character. I mean, we would have known a little bit more about her, would have built her character up. But honestly, all I can say from season 1 to season 8 is that Bonnie is just there to help other people. That's it. I'm not saying that in season 7 and in season 8 it wasn't more focused on her. I mean, yeah, her character had a lot of spotlight, and I really did like how it was more focused on her this time. But I mean, if you really think about it, Bonnie was just there just to help other characters. That really upset me a lot. We didn't really get to know her family that much. They would show it off in one episode, and then afterwards it wouldn't last, or there wouldn't be some kind of importance or relevancy to her character development. And that's another reason why I think Bonnie deserved better. Season 2, to save Jeremy's life, she sacrifices herself, and in return, Jeremy cheats on Bonnie with his ex-girlfriend, Anna. Well, Ghost Anna. I've talked about that in another one of my the Vampire Diaries review videos. That's another reason why it was very problematic, and it just really upset me. So what are you saying? Are you saying that Bonnie doesn't deserve to be happy? That's what you're saying? That's her character arc in the entire season? Oh, the only way she could be happy is if she helps other people? Like, is that how you see her character? That's one reason why it was really hard for me to root for Bonnie and Jeremy, because I mean, they didn't get to be together too long in season 2, and then immediately in season 3, then he just cheats on Bonnie with his ex-girlfriend. So yeah, that's another reason why I think Bonnie deserved better. These are the reasons why I think she deserved better in the show. Now, the last thing I'm going to touch upon is the racism in the show. So I've explained how Bonnie was always the one to sacrifice herself for the sake and happiness of others. Now, if you really look at it, a Black woman has to sacrifice her life for her white characters. What is the show saying? The show is saying that other than that, her character, everything about her is irrelevant, because she always has to save other people's lives that are more important, aka Elena or Damon or Stefan or Caroline. Like, she always has to help her other lead characters, and they all appear to be white. And obviously, as a Black woman, seeing another Black woman always having to help or support her white lead characters, what is that saying to me? It's saying that, hey, other than that, you don't matter, you don't care. AKA Black people, Black women, Black characters in television don't really matter unless they support a white lead character. If we're going to be real, there is more white representation in TV shows and in the media than Black representation. And I feel like Bonnie Bennett, if she wasn't just there to help her white lead characters, I feel like Bonnie Bennett would have had great, amazing potential and to even have a great character development. But I'm not saying that she doesn't really. I mean, she does. She grows stronger and stronger every season. But because she was always getting killed off, they always would kill off the Black character, the Black character, the Black character. What is it really telling you? Of course, it's offensive to me. I know that there have been some controversies with behind the scenes with Kat Graham. One interview where she talked about her character and Damon's character, how she would want them to have a special scene together, like hook up, because in the books, as I've heard, Damon and Bonnie do share like an intimate moment. I did see the interview, and she confirmed it, and she said that she would want them to have a moment, but then the creator said
chemistry is great. So I don't know, I'm feeling like Damon is still madly in love with Elena. Bonnie's gonna maybe have her own love interest this year, and it's not gonna be Damon. So
I'm not saying that Damon and Elena aren't cute together. I also root for them, and they're my number one couple if you've seen my TVD videos. But honestly, when I would see their chemistry together on the TV, I was just like, if you don't even give them a chance at least, and you just straight up say,
yeah, no, people like Damon and Elena together, way better. So no, we're not going to make Bonnie and Damon explore their feelings or do whatever on TV.
I mean, at least give them a chance. Like, why aren't you giving them a chance, you know? I would understand if they would kiss, and if they would show them kissing on, like, later on when Bonnie has more relevance, if they would show them kissing or having an intimate moment, and then she says, I don't want to pursue their relationship because, you know, I don't see any chemistry. I think Damon is more in love with Elena. Then I would understand, because you would give us a reason. You would prove to us, you would show to us that, okay, I mean, you know, they don't have that much chemistry. But they didn't even have one romantic scene together, Damon and Bonnie, or one scene where we could see them connect. We didn't see that. It was all friendship scenes. So for the creators to be like, no, I just don't want that. Plus, Bonnie has her own love interest. She's going to be with Enzo. I was just like, okay, really? And there were other stuff that I did hear when the creators were thinking of taking Bonnie completely out of the show. Ian Somerhalder, the actor who plays Damon, stepped up and said that if she is getting fired, I'm going to quit the show. I thought that was so powerful, and it does show that Black lives do matter. Their characters, their health, they play on TV, like they should matter, so that other Black people that are watching a Black woman on TV can relate to, you know, because like I've mentioned, mostly on TV, it's mostly been white representation. There's not too much Black representation. I'm not saying that there isn't at all, but it's always been basically white characters that are shown more in TV than Black characters. That is something that has always been accurate and true. So that's why I thought that it was a bit racist how they treated her character, because always taking off the Black character. She's one of the main characters. She's supposed to be one of the main characters, and you always try to find a way to get her out of the show, or to get her out of the episode or the series or the season. Once in every 2 seasons, Bonnie would die. And why is it always her? We need to save the white character, the white lead of the show. She's the most important. She's the most important. And let's be real, if the roles were reversed, I'm pretty much sure that Bonnie would be the one who would still be killed if she was the main lead. I don't even think that the creators would care to take her off and make Elena replace her. That's why I really did think it was racist, and it could have been done better, and really offended me seriously, because as much as in real life, Black people do matter, Black characters should matter too, especially if you're going to put them on the main cast. You can't just treat them like this. And it was really upsetting. And that's why I, till this day, still think that Bonnie deserved better. This concludes this video. This concludes the review and my thoughts on Bonnie Bennett and why she deserved better. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel for more content if you want, if you are interested and if you enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comments if you agree, if you disagree. Like I said, just be respectful, you know, and because I have been tried to be respectful in this video. If I haven't, I do apologize. Yeah, that is it, and I will see you guys in my next video. Goodbye.